Hello, welcome back to HunterTuned. Today we are going to be talking about some injectors, and I wanted to show you guys some of the products that I'm trying to test out and possibly sell, but obviously I want them to be 100% perfect before I sell them. You guys know that we've been selling the decapped flex fuel style and normal style truck injectors for quite some time now, and they've been doing good, and I've sold quite a few of them, so I figured why not try to expand out and try to get some more injectors and make some more products for you guys. So I have this Autool cheaper kind of eBay fuel injector tester that I kind of wanted to show you, the workings of and test out a couple different injectors. So the problem I'm having is with a lot of these injectors that I'm trying to, sell or I guess test out before selling. They are a custom HunterTuned injector, and here is some of them out on my bench right now. Sorry, the bench is a little bit of a mess. So this is just kind of what they look like. They got the HunterTuned logo on them, and they are a Bosch body, and they have the EV6 injector connector on them, and they come with obviously new O-rings and everything like that. But like I said, the problem I'm having with them is at higher fuel pressures, they tend to either completely shut off or not work at all, and I'm just trying to do some troubleshooting, whether it be my injector machine or if it is the actual injector itself. So I do have a set of 550cc injectors here that worked out 100% perfectly. Sorry, the lighting's kind of bad right here because all the lights over there. Trevor's hogging all of it over working on the Integra. But he's also coming to save the day.
Right here, boss.
Yeah, that's perfect. All right, so these are a set of 550cc injectors that I have tested, and they worked 100% perfectly. They flow matched within like 1% or 2, and they, like I said, they worked awesome. So those ones I wouldn't have any issue with selling, and I wouldn't have any issue. Oh my God, stop.
Cut!
So I wouldn't have any issue selling these injectors because I was able to test them at all pressures, all different loads, all different RPM ranges, etc., etc. They don't leak, everything works good. The injector tester was able to open them at even about 80 PSI and above. I think I tested them even at 100, and they seem to work out and spray good even at high pressure. So I don't know if the injector machine, just because they're a little bit smaller of an injector, that they are able to open at that high pressure, because as soon as I try out, say, a set of 1000s or 1500s, whether they're from HunterTuned injectors, these new HunterTuned injectors, whether it's from these, or I have a couple sets of Snake Eater injectors here that also do the same exact thing. So I want to just kind of demonstrate what they're doing, and we'll compare them to say a decap flex fuel injector, and then we'll put these in, and then we'll put a set of Snake Eaters in and kind of show you exactly where they start to turn on, where they start to work, and what you guys think the problem could be. If it is the injectors that are actually just maybe not capable of opening at higher pressure, or if it's something to do with the tester, I'm unsure. So we're gonna get some injectors loaded up here in the tester, and then we'll pick back up with you in a minute. Alrighty guys, so we have a set of the HunterTuned flex fuel injectors installed into the machine, and I have it set up just to run the injectors at idle, and we're going to do that. And we can see here that our fuel pressure is currently a little bit below 4 bar of pressure, right around 50 PSI. And I actually, with this injector machine, it's one of the cheaper Autool ones, like I was saying. I did have a Walbro 525 fuel pump in here, and I just thought it was a little bit overkill. I didn't really need that pump in here, and we can use that Wally 525 for other projects. So I actually ordered one of these really cheap Most Plus fuel pumps off of eBay. It was $9, and I have the Most Plus fuel pump actually installed into the machine now. It's that red fuel pump right there. So I have the fuel pump actually hooked up direct to a battery charger instead of running through the machine. The machine powers the fuel pump through these 2 wires here, but like I said, I'm powering the pump with a battery charger separately. That way I can actually control the fuel pressure, because the amount of voltage that this machine puts out to the fuel pump is just a little bit lacking. So with the factory, like how this thing is configured with the power supply that it has coming from the wall, which I believe is just this little box that sits back here. So there's like a little box, one second here. So there's a little box right where the power supply comes in from the wall. It goes to that little box, and there's 3 wires on it. There's a red, a black, and a yellow with green stripe. And I think if I just updated that little box, maybe it would be able to bump the voltage up or be able to have more amp draw capability. Because whenever I really load this thing up, say I run all 4 injectors at once, or you know, just have really big injectors in it, or try to maintain a good higher fuel pressure, the machine starts to like hesitate and cut in and out. So I usually just do like 2 injectors at once kind of thing. But anyways, like I said, we'll actually turn the machine on now just at idle with a set of the flex fuel injectors from HunterTuned.com. And you can see everything's working good. I'm not actually flowing anything, but you can shut this little lever and it will start to fill up the cylinders, and then you just kind of wait for the timer to run out and then check to see your flow. So you can see now that the injectors are actually operating. We're still maintaining that around 50 psi pressure. So if we turn up the battery charger, this is only running on a 6 volt 6 amp, just on this little cheaper battery charger right here. And if I turn it to the middle setting, which is a 2 amp 12 volt charge, you can see the pressure actually goes upwards of like 80. We're right at about 6 bar of pressure, so it's about 85 psi, and the injectors are still operating perfectly, no issues. And then we can turn it back down, turn the fuel pressure back down, get it right back around 50. Everything's still operating normal. And the test is complete, and we can see we got pretty even flow. This one looks like it's a little low compared to the other one. So we always match sets that are within usually like 2 to 5% whenever we sell decapped injectors. So I'll drain this guy out. We'll actually unplug the battery charger. And we'll drain the fuel pressure from the tester. So now I'm going to throw in a set of the HunterTuned injectors that I'm trying to work out, get working good, and test for everybody. So I'm going to install a set of the HunterTuned 1500cc injectors, and then we will test it again with another set of, say, Snake Eater 1500s, which we run Snake Eater 1500s in a lot of different cars. And the Mustang, the Chev Stang that's gone high 8s in the quarter mile, that has a set of Snake Eater 1500s in it. The truck build that we just got done doing, the guy drove all the way to Florida with the truck. No problems at all, literally 24 hours of continuous driving. We track raced it, we dyno tuned it, made like 700 wheel. The Mustang obviously makes more than that, but they just work really good. And I had a set in Barney, I had a set of Snake Eaters in Barney, so I know that those injectors work well. So now, like I said, I'm gonna get to installing the HunterTuned injectors, and then we'll pick up again and check, compare the 2 different injectors and show you what's kind of going on. You can obviously see some variance in these 2 injectors here. That's why it's always very important to flow match your injectors. This was a test at idle with the new HunterTuned 1500cc injectors, and that's at 50 psi of base pressure. We'll try these 2 out. I only have actually 2 EV6 clips wired onto my tester. That's why I only do 2 at a time. I probably could do 4 at a time, but I don't know if it would maintain the pressure as good as this. So the pressure currently, I'm running these ones at 50 PSI. Like I said, these are the HunterTuned 1500 cc injectors. Good spray pattern. These two look a little closer together than these did. And this is just an idle test. This is not like really running them full bore. A lot of times, if you test these injectors at idle, like a lot of times like some of the, you know, cheaper injectors that are out there on the market, if you test them at idle, they'll vary a lot, and then medium testing or high speed testing, they'll flow good. You know, that's why sometimes on some injectors you'll have kind of shittier idle quality because they don't match up as good as some could. Here's just an example, like these ones are within probably 5%, but obviously I'm gonna try to sell the best product I can, so I'm gonna try to get, whenever I do sell these injectors, I want them to be within, like, honestly, perfectly even would be ideal. So that would be cool. So anyways, that, like I said, that was just testing these at idle, 50 PSI pressure, and this is what it does when I crank the pressure up on the tester. So, same test, right around 50 PSI, we'll crank the pressure up, and they just lock up. Nothing going on. We're at about 6 bar of pressure, actually a little bit above 6 bar, so we're right around 90 PSI of fuel pressure. And they don't open at all. So you wanna come here, Trevor, and film this quick? So what I'm gonna do now is I'm actually just gonna loosen up the fuel rail to bleed some of the pressure off, which, yeah, it's kind of sketchy, but it's just a way to test, to show you where the injectors actually start to open up. So if you guys watch the test or the gauge here, you can see right at 4 bar of pressure is right around 60 PSI or so, and that's usually right where they open up. So I'll relieve some of the pressure, and you'll see in these 2 sight glasses that these ones will start to open once the pressure gets you know, lower than say 60 or so. So we'll watch the gauge and the injectors and see when they start to open. See right here, you can start to hear them click, and we're right at 80 PSI, but they're not actually moving any fuel. So the lower the pressure we get, the clicking starts to get louder and louder. Now we're starting to get a little bit of flow at around 70, and right at 60 they start to open completely. So now obviously we're just draining the pressure out of the thing, but that's just kind of a test that I've been doing and is consistent with any of these larger injectors that I have here currently to test. So whether it's the 1500 cc's from HunterTuned, the 1000 cc's, or any of the snake eaters that we've been running, they all do this same thing on this tester. I don't know if it's something to do with, like I said, if it's something to do with the tester, or if all these injectors have issues opening above, you know, 60, 70 PSI. So now we're gonna test it with a set of snake eater 1500s and see what it does with those. Alrighty guys, so I have a set of snake eater, the Deca length. So I actually got them here in this box. These are the snake eater 1500 Deca style injectors. So those are the ones that are currently in the tester right now, and I do not have an EV1 connector for my injector machine. So I only have this one where I can probe the 2 contacts, and I can only run one at a time. Have a good day, Trevor. This guy's getting married in 2 days.
Yeah, I gotta go get my suit.
He's gotta go get his suit.
Yeah.
See ya. So we are going to show you what it does now with the snake eater Decas. You can see we're running about 50 PSI pressure. We'll turn the pressure up. And it also does the same thing, it locks up. And this is at same, you know, about 6 bar pressure. And we can loosen the, you know, things here to relieve a little bit of pressure, and they will open right at the same exact spot as the other ones. So that's what's kind of fishy with this whole situation. So you guys can see that the Deca 1500s are doing it, and also the injectors from HunterTuned are also doing it. So I don't know really what ones are, you know, because I know these snake eater ones work good, and we've used them on a lot of different setups. I have the Deca 1500s in my car. I'm just trying to, you know, obviously come out with something for you guys. You know, I kind of want my own product, and I kind of want my own injector, so I'm trying to do as much testing and research as I can. But it's just tough to determine whether it's my injector machine, which I also had Varen from VS Racing. He actually flowed a couple of these injectors for me, and he said that some of them were locking up above 60 PSI or so, and then some of them were doing good. I just don't know if my tester is capable, or it doesn't have enough voltage to open them maybe. Something like that, I'm not really sure. And I don't really know what to do to this tester to make it, you know, better performing. Obviously, I don't have the money to buy like a super fancy, you know, as new injector machine or anything like that. I would like to one day, but for now, it's just not in the cards. Alrighty guys, so I did put the Deca 1500s in the tester here, and everything was working until, you know, say that 60 to 70 PSI range. Then the injectors kind of just shut off, they quit working. I don't know what it was, whether it was, you know, if it, like I said, if it's the injectors or if it's the machine. I actually just did a test on the HunterTuned 1500s, and I put direct battery power straight to the injector to see if I could just force the injector open at high pressure. I actually had the pressure set at 80 or about 6 bar, and I punched it with solid 12 volts right to the injector, and nothing. They did not open. So I do think that maybe these injectors don't work very well at high pressure. This is just all kind of what I'm doing with, you know, just figuring out what I need to do to get some injectors working. Obviously with these really high flowing injectors, they do take, you know, some research and development maybe. I am working with a company in China that I am trying to get them to send me some good products. And hopefully once everything, all the bugs get worked out, I can actually start selling good quality injectors. So I'll show you one more time quick the test on the HunterTuned injectors and how they are not operating at high PSI. So this is 50 PSI. We'll turn the injectors on. This is a medium flow test, about 40 PSI there. And then as soon as it comes up to about 6 bar, they do not open. So this is my plug with straight battery power. I plug it in, nothing happens, nothing. So, and then when I lower the pressure back down, they will probably start to work right around that 4 or a little above 4 bar. The injector will probably open. So we're slowly lowering the pressure down. This is about 60 PSI, it's starting to work. And the pressure will get a little bit lower than this, and then they'll open. You can hear it buzzing, trying to open. And it opens just fine. So, yeah, like I said, guys, I'm trying to get these injectors to work good. And like I said, I got some of them working at higher pressure, but some of them I don't. And like I said, I think a lot of it has to do with just the injector itself. I think I do got my tester dialed in a little bit now. I just have to find a little bit safer way to do the, you know, powering the fuel pump with actual battery voltage instead of the voltage supplied with the tester, or I have to figure out something with a different power supply to the tester. Something along those lines is what I do have to work out. Like I said, some of these, they work perfect, some of them don't. I have to, you know, just get a reliable tester and compare to other injectors just to kind of see, like, you know, am I doing this right? Am I not doing this right? Are these products worth a shit? Are they not worth a shit? You know, we're all learning here. Obviously the decaps have been proven time and time again to work well. I've sold a couple hundred of those things, a couple hundred sets. It's kind of crazy, but obviously we know those work good, and we're just trying to expand from here. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. We may be going to the track tomorrow, as long as weather permits. The weather is kind of shitty out right now, but hopefully by tomorrow the weather will turn around and maybe we can get to the racetrack. I actually have the fucking heat on because it's cold. Yeah, it's raining outside. It's kind of nasty. Rain, rain, go away. Come again some other day. But I did get a brand new tire and rim for my trailer. So I got the HunterTuned trailer. I'm gonna get that all set up tonight just in case the rain does hold off tomorrow. Me and Ryan might go down to the racetrack and try to go fast down at Union Grove.
Record was 55, and that has stood since
coldest afternoon high for September 9th. Told you it was cold out. At least it's not snowing like it is in Colorado. There's also like other little things that I'm trying to stock up on at the shop, such as like spark plugs. I think I might have talked about this in another video, but I mean, I have like the 7s, the 8s, the 9s for heat ranges, and I have all the BR7 EF plugs for like LSs. You know, I'm gonna try to get some TR6s, TR55s just to have them here. That was another thing that I was possibly thinking about doing, is it sounds kind of silly to some of you, but I was thinking about maybe if I can find somebody to buy like bulk spark plugs, maybe offer like pre-gapped spark plugs on the website. You know, anything like that. I guess I'm just trying to, you know, expand my horizons, try to find other ways, other things to sell on the site. And I do have some really cool merchandise coming as well for HunterTuned. You guys will probably have to wait another like 2 weeks for them, but 2 weeks from now they should be coming in, and very excited about that. So the old Chev Stang is going to be ready to go. I actually talked to Viking yesterday. You guys know I run Viking double adjustable rear shocks in this car, and I've kind of been all over the place with shock settings, whether I need to run more compression or more rebound or vice versa. I don't know what I'm doing really when it comes to that stuff. I get video of the car. It looks like the back end is separating, and I don't know, I'm kind of just a little lost with suspension stuff. And I actually talked to Viking yesterday, and they were great help. Dude actually told me that a lot of rebound actually might help my car out. So I may try to run the rebound a little bit stiffer in my car and see if that helps things out a little bit. I know I was talking about in one of the last videos that I made that I was thinking about switching the car over to like a single adjustable shock, because it just will be less confusing to me and less variables to tune at the track, because up here in Wisconsin we don't get a whole lot of track time, so it's not like I can go out every other day and test the car to make it perfect. I mean, I'm lucky if I get out once a week, once every other week really. So you know, it's just all this stuff kind of takes time, and you know, we're trying to do our best. So thanks for watching the video, guys. Drop a like if you made it all the way to the end. I was actually going to start the video off by saying, hey, go hit the like button. It's right down here, or right here. I don't know what side it's on. It's on one of them sides. Let me know what you guys thought of the video. Drop a comment what you guys think about the injectors and the machine, and hopefully soon we will have some awesome products for you guys coming out, and I can't wait to make them available. So have a great night, better tomorrow. See you later.